Okay, let's just dive right in. In the middle of this AI gold rush, all the headlines are about the miners, the companies building the huge AI models. But today, we're going to look at the company that's building the tools, the essential picks and shovels for that gold rush. And wow, their latest results tell a really fascinating story about where this whole revolution is headed. So this is the number that just jumped off the page in Cadence's latest report, $7 billion. That's their order backlog. It's this massive pipeline of future business, and it shows you just how much trust and demand there is for their very, very specialized technology. It's a huge vote of confidence from the entire industry. So what's really going on behind a number like that? What's the engine powering all this incredible growth? Let's break it down and really explore how this one company's success is so deeply, deeply connected to the future of AI. Okay, first up, let's just look at the raw financial power Cadence showed off in its third quarter of 2025. They are, to put it simply, firing on all cylinders. The company delivered some truly excellent results. I mean, just look at this. Revenue jumped pretty significantly year over year, and it easily beat what the market was expecting. That kind of growth, that's a really clear signal of some powerful, powerful demand going on underneath. And this wasn't just, a one-off good quarter. The CEO, Anirudh Devgan, he made a point to highlight that the momentum is so strong, they're actually raising their forecast for the entire year to about 14% growth. That tells you this isn't just a blip on the radar, this is a real trend. Which, of course, brings us to the big question. What is the fuel source here? Well, the answer really lies in one of the biggest tech shifts of our entire generation. To put it as simply as possible, this success is directly tied to the absolute explosion in artificial intelligence. Cadence is sitting right at the heart of the AI hardware boom. The CEO actually has a name for it. He calls it the accelerating AI megatrend. He describes it as this just unprecedented wave of chip design activity, and Cadence is perfectly positioned with the exact tools that everybody needs to ride that wave. Now, this is where it gets really, really interesting. Look at how they're tackling AI from two different sides. On one hand, you've got design for AI. They're building the software that lets companies like NVIDIA and all the others design the powerful AI chips of tomorrow. But then, on the other hand, they're doing AI for design. They're putting AI inside their own tools to make that whole design process faster and, frankly, a lot smarter. And this right here shows you the real-world impact. This isn't just talk. By pumping their own tools full of AI, their customers are seeing these massive leaps in productivity. We're talking 4 times, 5 times, even 10 times improvements in certain tasks. That is the difference between a project taking a month versus just a couple of days. It's huge. And this quote from their earnings call just makes it so tangible. Samsung, a global leader, used their tools to tape out a design, which is just industry speak for finalizing a chip before it gets manufactured, 4 times faster. When you're dealing with chips that are worth billions of dollars, that kind of speed is an absolute game changer. Of course, in a space like this, your success also really depends on who you work with. And Cadence has put itself right smack in the center of the AI ecosystem. They've become the trusted partner for pretty much every major player you can think of. They are working hand in glove with TSMC, the world's most advanced chipmaker, to basically write the rules for the absolute cutting edge of silicon. We're talking the next-gen N2 and A16 chips. And their partnership with Samsung has gotten way bigger, too. They're embedding Cadence's core software directly into Samsung's development process across a ton of different divisions. They're also the ones enabling leaders like NVIDIA, helping them design and verify all the complex systems you need to build and roll out those massive AI data centers that power, well, everything, from the cloud to generative AI. And it's not just the hardware, guys. Get this, even the pioneers of generative AI, OpenAI, are using Cadence's emulation platforms. That's specialized hardware that basically pretends to be a final chip, letting them test and validate their incredibly complex AI systems before they're ever actually built. So what this really shows is that Cadence isn't just winning today. They're actively building the foundation for the future of AI by making these really smart strategic moves to stay way ahead of the curve. Through some really clever acquisitions, they're just expanding what they can do. They bought key intellectual property from ARM, which strengthens their foundational chip design stuff. And they're in the process of buying a business from Hexagon that's going to take them into the world of physical systems. We're talking cars, planes, and robots. Now, this is maybe one of the most interesting things. This is how the CEO lays out his long-term vision. He sees AI evolving in 3 stages, or horizons. Right now, we're in Horizon 1, just building out the basic infrastructure. Next up is Horizon 2, physical AI, where AI starts moving into the real world. And then finally, Horizon 3, science's AI, which is all about solving humanity's biggest, most complex challenges.
And that brings us right back to that Hexagon acquisition. See? It's not a random move at all. It is a direct investment in that second horizon. They are positioning themselves to be the essential design partner for this coming era of autonomous cars and drones and robotics. It's a very clear strategy.
So when you connect all these dots, the takeaway is crystal clear. This is the company that's providing the critical picks and shovels for the entire AI gold rush. For every single company that's out there racing to build the future, Cadence is providing the design and analysis tools they absolutely need to get there. Which, leaves us with a final question to think about. The companies building the AI models, they get all the headlines. But as we've just seen, the companies building the tools that make it all possible, well, they might just hold the real keys to this entire revolution.